Okay, we're going to try this one again. So this is the Craftswer Magic Light Clay. It's a air dry clay. I made a super video yesterday, but if you make videos on your phone, if your phone has ever shut down in the middle of a video, you know it's pretty well lost. I've been trying for hours to restore it somehow. But now I'm giving up and I'm remaking this video. So, it is an air dry clay. This is an amazing kit. For one thing, it comes with 24 colors, which is the largest amount I've personally ever seen. Now, I have used Crayola Air Dry Clay for years, and I like this one better. I'll show you why in a minute. So this one comes with 3 sculpting tools, and the styrofoam bowls, they're used to help you to mold things without having to make it all clay. And then some stencil type molds. These are great for little kids. It makes them feel like they've really accomplished something. I mean, if they make themselves a little penguin, they're like so boosted. Like, look, Mommy, I made a penguin. I mean, they're adorable. So it comes with these 3 flat molds, and then this little roller for flattening things out. I'll put these back in the bag. I recommend put your stuff back in the bag. It keeps everything neater and safer. I also love this one comes in a tote, because it has, this way everything is kept together neatly. Now, I'll show you what we did in our first video. Okay. Yes, it was a very nice video. I was very devastated. So this is a little giraffe. I put a hole in the head with a push pin so it can hang on our cork board. So, yeah, I was pretty devastated when this video crapped out. So, I'm just going to make a quickie. So let's start with white. We can make a flower. You see how wet this clay is? This is why I like this one better than Crayola. Crayola, you have to knead it to make it soft enough to work with. This one, it's ready to work with the second that you open it. Whereas with Crayola, you have to knead it because it's really stiff. And anyway, this one is so much more pliable. Let's go. We'll make rose, a rose-colored rose. Now, I recommend taking out what you want, shutting the lid so that it stays moist. So, it comes with a little direction booklet to give you some brief ideas of some things you can do. Also, a color mixing guide, which I thought was really smart. I'll show you that in a second. So, if you want to make a flower, you start with your middle piece, and then just make balls and squeeze it. Squeeze. If you want it really thin, squeeze it hard. I squeeze that one too hard. It is definitely harder to do behind a camera. So you just start by wrapping some leaves around. Let me show you that guide. So it comes with a little guide, color mixing chart. which is really great. And then a little bit directions on some things you can make. You know, you got a kid that says, I don't know what to make. Check that one out. That's adorable. Oh, and they have the rose right here too. So you roll it in a ball and you squeeze it. One thing I like about any kind of clay, if you don't like what you made, just start over. This clay is so moist. It is definitely easy to start over. So you just keep building around and around. Let me see if I can get this up a little so we're not so on top of it. But in about 24 hours drying time, that gets nice and hard. It'll last forever. If it gets dusty, rinse it off in water. Don't soak it in water, but just do a rinse on it. I had a crab for years. The only reason I don't still have the crab that we made is his legs. His legs were so thin that they were breaking. I made them too thin. Thus, it was a design flaw. But if I did not make his legs so thin that just touching it, you know, it just didn't last. So you see, you just keep building up. And I am serious that this will last forever. Once it's dry, there's pretty much nothing you can do to bother it. I mean, unless you rough it up. My little bottom down here is getting weak because I'm holding it so much. I am sucking on a peppermint fireball. It's so hot, it's making my nose run. So you just push it. You're making your petals. I'm so sorry I'm not doing it right in front of you at first. I just have to see what I'm doing. When you're doing it behind the camera, my coordination is totally off. So I'm going to put the link down below for this. This is a great crafting idea for anybody. Grandma, you have this, you have something, you just pull this out, and you and your grandkids can play for hours with this. Mom, same thing. Sisters, brothers, literally hours of play. So, as you make your petals, just, you know, fix them if you mush them or something, you know. I need some more. It's so moist. I know I already said that, but when you open yours, if you get it, you're going to see what I mean. It is so easy to work with because it's moist. And unlike Crayola's it already feels a bit dry, and you have to work it to bring it back to life. So that's one thing that is really nice about this one. There's no working needed. It's ready. It's called Magic Light Clay, and it's by Craftswer, like Answer, but Craftswer. And it really is good stuff. So I haven't used this one yet. Let's make a leaf. Oh man, the fireball is like burning my brains out. It burns so good. Just cut yourself some if you want. Your kids will just love doing stuff like this. Cutting it. Of course, you could use your own tools. You don't have to just use theirs. If you have more of your own stuff. Let's see if I can... I feel so bad about my first video. I have looked to see if there's a program that can restore a video that has not saved properly. So what happens is if your phone shuts off, it doesn't finish off the video like it should be. So you can make your little lines in here. And I messed that one up, you see? I don't like that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start on the other side. I'm going to start over. Because I didn't like how it turned out. My leaf. Oh man. It is so hot. It hurts so good. So we're going to make a leaf. And shape it how you want. If you want, you can just cut it into the shape that you want as well. And you can just take your tool and carve some. I'm so proud that my son did most of that giraffe. I mean, in my opinion, it's an excellent job. Much better. I'm a serious perfectionist, can you tell? So now we got to make something for the bottom of it before we put that on. So let's figure that out. Kind of like, you know, a base of the down here. Literally, you could do whatever you want. You don't have to follow any directions. It's you. You know, whatever is in your brain, this clay will do it. Make a dish. And, I mean, trust me, it will last forever. And I'm not lying. When it is dried, there's literally nothing that can mess it up, unless you're like beating the crap out of it and manhandling it, of course. But like the crab that we had, we were actually playing with it, so that is why the legs fell off like they did. I think I'm going to make an X in the middle and open it up. Actually, I think I'm going to open it up and put it on. Personally, I'd say you have a good amount of sculpting time ahead of you, but you can feel when it starts to get past its prime kind of thing. You could feel when it is starting to get, I don't like that. So I'm just gonna, I like this side. But I didn't like the other. That's what I really like about it. You can just be like, I like that, I don't like it, and fix it, or not fix it. It doesn't have to be perfect. My poor flower, I just killed it. I'm going to see if I can open it back up, but I smushed it. It is so hard to attempt to do it behind, look at my flower. It's so hard to do it behind the camera. It's just way too hard, but you get the idea. It's like trying to do it blindfolded. So let's pretend I didn't smush my flour. You can add the leaves to it. And then if you let this dry, literally it will last forever. So I'm going to put the link down below. Oh, I did forget to show you that, you know, if you have little ones that can't make actual designs that, you know, let's say they like strawberries or whatever, this will make them feel like they are like a professional sculptor. Because why? They're gonna, I'm just gonna put the green in here. They're gonna sculpt this, you know, through the mold. They're gonna pop it out. Oh. And they have a strawberry. You can cut the edges off a little and fix it up some, but for a little kid to see that they just made a strawberry, it's like life-changing. They're going to be like, look, Mommy, I straight made a strawberry. So that's why these molds are so handy, because for kids, even for adults, you know, you can't make something fantastic. These make you feel like you're an artist. You know, and sometimes I think everybody is an artist, and that it just takes a little bit of coaxing to get that artist out. So here is our giraffe. Again, when it's hard, it is literally, it's hard. And again, I put the little hole in here with a thumbtack, so it's going to hang up on our cork board. But you know, if I didn't smush the rose, let me zoom in a little. I mean, you can really put some details on it. But it's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. The fact that it comes in its own tote and all these colors. I have never, every time I bought the kits from Crayola, you can either buy a box of white, you can buy a box of primary, red, blue, green, and yellow, and there's just, that's all that's in there. And you have to buy, usually the white and black are separate. So this is fantastic. I have never, ever gotten a kit this, with so many colors. I love it. So anyway, I'll put the link down below. The name of the company, Craftswer. Crafts, W-E-R, like answer, but Craftswer. So it is fantastic. It is so easily moldable. You're going to love it. Trust me. I love creating, and this was just so easy. You're just going to be like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? So hey, thanks for watching. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see my first video. I have it saved on my laptop just in case I can find a program to finish it off. But I'm definitely so much fun. And just, I mean, imagine your kid makes this. What a beautiful memento to have for such a long time. I'm going to put this in my son's grow-up box as he gets older. Hey, check the link out below and go see what products they have. And thank you so much for watching.